Namaskar, Salam, Sat Shri Akal, good morning. Dear students, welcome to this class of mine. Today I will give you a class on writing skills. When I say writing skills, it means whatever you write, that should be very good. That should have a correct language, relevant ideas, and it should be well written. Today I will tell you how a letter to an editor should be written. This is very much included in the English syllabus of all classes. Students always get a letter to an editor in the writing section of their English paper. The features of a good letter to an editor of a newspaper are that its format should be correct. It should contain all the relevant details regarding the topic on which that letter is written. It should have a correct grammar, and most importantly, the vocabulary part which a student uses should be exceedingly well. Dear students, if you haven't subscribed the channel yet, please do subscribe it. I will now go through these 10 most important steps which a student must have in his or her mind at the time of writing a letter to an editor of a newspaper. The first step is follow the correct format. This is very important because it is a formal letter, official in its nature, so you will have to follow the correct format. You will write sender's address, date, receiver's designation and his address, subject, you will write the subject line, then salutation, then you will start writing the letter. Then after that body of that letter is complete, you will write polite leave taking. The second step is that begin the subject line with a noun. Always begin that subject line with a noun. Some students start like this, complaining, regarding. No, this is not correct. Don't use present participle. If that present participle is working as a noun, then it is correct, or it is working as an adjective before that noun, then it is okay. But complaining, regarding, this is not correct. The third step is write in 3 paras: opening para, second main body of the letter, third the suggestion para. Always write this kind of letter in 3 paras. The fourth step is begin the body of letter with an exclamatory or exclamatory sentence. When you start writing the letter, particularly the main body of that letter, you express your strong feelings, your strong reaction towards a particular problem or an issue which is very much serious in its nature. So my point of view is that the first sentence of the main body of that letter should be an exclamatory one. The sixth step is use a good vocabulary. This is very, very important. Always try to use most appropriate words. When you write a good vocabulary, it will get you good marks. Always bear in your mind that it is a language subject, and when you write a very good language, you will get excellent marks. The seventh step is maintain grammatical clarity. Whatever grammar you use in that letter should be correct. Mostly you use present tense. It could be simple present, present continuous, present perfect, or present perfect continuous. If there is something to be written about the past, that thing will be written in past tense. Otherwise, most of the letter is written in present tense. Always remember 3 C's: correct, compact, concise. I have used the figure of speech alliteration here: correct, compact, and concise. The eighth step is stick to the main subject. Sometimes students at the time of writing this letter, they deviate from the main subject of that letter. Sometimes they feel that the subject is very simple, they are very much familiar with the subject of that letter, they get carried away. No, never deviate from the main subject of the letter you get to write on. Stick to the main subject. Restrict yourself to the main subject and include only relevant points. The ninth step is use correct punctuation. This is very, very important. You have to take full stops, commas at their proper places. You will also use capital letter wherever it is necessary. If you don't use correct punctuation, your sentence may give a wrong meaning. A correct punctuation gives flow to your language. So correct punctuation is very, very important. The last but not the least, the 10th step is avoid scratchings or cuttings. Some students do these scratchings or cuttings in every second or third line. No, this is not good. The presentation of that letter should be very good. If you do all these scratchings or cuttings, your examiner may think that this particular student may be confused. So never give this kind of impression. Always avoid scratchings or cuttings. Here is an example of a letter to an editor of a newspaper. This example will show you the application of all the 10 steps which I have just explained to you. First, you take the notice of its format. You will write sender's address, then leave one line blank. You will write date. After date, you will leave one line blank. you will write the receiver's designation. Here the designation is editor. You will take article the before editor, you will write the editor. You will write his address also. You will take the before the name of that newspaper. Leave one line blank. You will write subject. You will write the complete spelling of subject. Some students write its spelling in contraction form, SUB. No, that is not correct. You write the complete spelling of subject. You begin the subject line with a noun. Some students start this subject line like complaining, regarding. No, don't take present participle. If present participle is working as an adjective or a noun, then you can take it. Otherwise, try to avoid this ing form. Always begin the subject line with a noun. Leave one line blank, write salutation. After salutation, you will start writing the opening para of this letter. Almost all the students write the sentence of this opening para like this. Through the columns of your esteemed newspaper, I would like to draw your kind attention towards such and such a problem. Here I have a different point of view. First, why do you draw the attention of that editor? Editor is not going to solve that issue or that problem. If he finds your letter containing a serious issue prevailing at that point of time, then he will publish your letter. Second, in this sentence of the opening para, students write the concerned authorities. If the authorities were concerned, that problem wouldn't have arisen. You must write the authorities concerned. Third, this beginning is a very conventional one. Almost all the students start writing like this. You should try to write a different language, different sentence of this opening para. You can start like this: as your esteemed newspaper enjoys a good readership and reputation, so through its highly acclaimed columns, I would like to express my anguish and simultaneously draw the kind attention of the authorities concerned towards that particular issue. So this is entirely a different beginning. This is how you will start writing the second para of this letter. In the very beginning of this second para, you will express your strong feelings, your strong reaction towards that particular problem or particular issue prevailing at that particular moment. In my view, the first sentence of the second para should be an exclamatory one or exclamatory one, because you express your strong outrage, you express your strong protest against that existing problem or an issue. I have underlined this exclamatory sentence or exclamatory sentence. We pronounce both ways. So I have underlined this sentence with red marker. Similarly, the last sentence of this second para is also important. The second para should not end abruptly. I have underlined that last sentence with red marker. You can take a note of that. Secondly, I have underlined some important or appropriate words just to suggest you that a good vocabulary also plays a very important part in writing a good language. When you write a good language, you get good marks. So this is the way how you will write the main body of that letter, the letter which you write to an editor of a newspaper. In the third para, you will give 2 or 3 suggestions giving your opinion what kinds of corrective steps should be taken to tackle that problem or that particular issue. At the time of giving your suggestions, you will use modal verbs should, must, ought to in the same order. I have marked these modal verbs with red marker. You just take note of these modal verbs, how they should be used. Moreover, I have underlined some good words telling you how a good vocabulary plays an important part in making your language impressive one. Because impressive language will impress your reader. Here the reader will be your examiner. So always try to write an impressive language, which can only be possible through a good vocabulary. When suggestion para is complete, you will leave one line blank. You will write polite leave taking. Below that, you will write your name. In this way, you will be able to write a very good letter to an editor of a newspaper. Please do like and share this video. Don't forget to click the button subscribe, press the bell icon on all to get updates. God bless you all.